Hello, 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 hello. We're here. Thought I would go live with you this morning, a little bit earlier than what we have been before we, oh God, you can't even see me. That's no good. We go like that. That's a bit better. Oh my gosh. Muscles, Nicola. That's a bit better. The view's not quite as nice because you get the kitchen, but you can see a little bit. You can see me a bit better, and that's what it's about, right? It's about seeing me, not seeing the view. Although it is pretty spectacular out over there. So, good morning. Welcome to the Coffee Run Live epALot. I don't know which one we are at. Obviously, been out in the wind this morning because hair everywhere. So I'm just letting you guys come on and join us live. So we'll just have some jibber jabber Cindy happening. Oh my gosh, the lack of straightness of my phone is driving me a bit crazy. All right, so hello, and welcome. Fine day. It's a beautiful Wednesday. I hope it's a lovely Wednesday or Tuesday if you're anywhere else in the world other than Australia and New Zealand at the moment. I wanted to just share with you some things that I was chatting with the Rebel Squatters about on the way to the gym, on the way home from the gym this morning. So we've been up, we've been to the gym. They don't have to do that. That's their choice. Those of them that want to come to the gym. And we've rolled on back here. But in the car, I've said, it's really interesting. The Nicola of even probably like 2013, 2014 would be very, I did not believe or think that it was within my realm of possibility to be able to work only with people that I like, right? Or with people that I would actually hang out with. And part of the thinking behind that, and I know that for some of you that this is, I know I've talked to clients about this a lot. It's like that, we think that we've got this obligation almost to help everybody, whether we like them or whether we don't. We often feel like we've got this obligation to serve all of the people all of the time. If somebody is willing to spend money with us, particularly when we're in a bit more startup mode, it's like, well, you know what, if someone's willing to give me money, then I am going to graciously accept that and serve to my the best of my ability. And it was always, for me, it was like the wanting to work with people that I liked was not high on my radar because I didn't think it was something that was actually really possible. And I'd have to say that for the majority of, not all of them, because there's been some corkers, but over the years, the majority of the people that I've worked with, I have liked. Not all of them, though, would I have wanted to hang out with, right? And I think that was the thing that we were really chatting about this morning. It's like, well, so often that we may have compromised on who we want in our rooms. We might have compromised on who we want in our programs, who we want to coach, who we want in our realm and in our world, because we're coming from a place of scarcity that, well, if I draw that line and I'm not really determined to uphold that, then I'm not going to make any freaking money. Or what if the way that I show up and like this, and then the people that I bring in, I don't like anyway, where are the people? And so what I was thinking about is, well, if you really are wanting to work with people that you really like and people that you would hang out with, so we're living on a houseboat, we're in close confines, and we are for a whole like a week, 5-6 days or something in total. And one of the things that I just keep, and it reminds me all the time, and when I'm running my events, hey Jones, just like, oh my gosh, this is just so refreshing and so nice to be able to hang out and work with people that I like. So, we're not furiously working with our fingers bleeding at the keyboard, nose to the grindstone all day, every day. We're doing some work, we're chatting. Some people are procrastinating on the things that they need to do, and so we talk a little bit more about that, and then they get back to work. But this is kind of like this ebbs and flows that happens throughout the course of the day, and it takes I think a particular kind of person to be able to be in this kind of an environment for an extended period of time. But it's the same thing if you're attending an event. It's the same thing if you're running a program. And I think the big underlying belief that seems to underlie naturally, that seems to like have the form the undertone of all of this is that if I am too specific about what I want, I'm cutting out a whole bunch of people. Number two, what if the people that I like won't even come? Hey, Jessica. I've just called you Jessica. Oh my God. Hi, Jess. Sorry, it just flew out of my face. I don't know why I called you Jessica. It's like you're in trouble, and you're not in trouble unless you haven't been in touch with Gertie yet, and then maybe you are in trouble because I don't know what she's doing. So maybe she's available. I don't know. She's not here. So I guess what I'm going with that is that so often we come from a place of scarcity, and scarcity can hide and wear many different disguises. It's got many different layers, and a lot of it comes from that place of, well, who am I to dictate the kinds of people that I want to work with? Is that allowed? Is that okay? Am I being an asshole? Am I being a bitch? Am I being too narrow? Should I open up wider? I don't want to niche down, but I don't want to work with freaking everybody. And this is the beauty of building your visibility, I guess, like in the way that you want to do it in a way that feels good for you. Right? So when you're really owning your visibility, you get to speak in your voice. And here's the thing that happens. You will share and communicate the values that you hold true. So interestingly, or not so interestingly, but I'm for those of you who don't know me well enough, like integrity is one of my absolute top values. And it's probably not one of it. It is the top value of mine. So everything, the way that I buy, the people I choose to invest with, like if I'm choosing a real estate agent, my accountant, everything is governed by, and it's an unconscious question, is this person, do I feel like this person has integrity as one of their drivers? And if I feel like that's not the case, then it's like, see you later, bye. Like, it's like, you're dead to me. It's not even I won't even entertain the conversation. And, I think if we're looking at that, if you're able to communicate your values through your visibility efforts, so through your live streams, through your blogs, through the stories you tell, through the way that you tell it, then you're automatically going to attract people in. And something that I can say, and I've not asked anyone here, and I haven't asked actually my clients this question for quite a number of years. Like maybe I used to get them to do a values activity maybe 6-7 years ago, I reckon. I don't think I've had them do it of late. But the things that I would know, like if I was to go through and ask them what their top values are, they'd probably tell me family and integrity. And that just kind of happens almost by osmosis, for want of a better way. Like it's just the way that people are magnetized. So I thought that what I would do is share with you 4 things that you can do to make sure that the way that the people that you are bringing in are going to be able to, that you're going to be able to like them, first of all, that you're going to resonate with them, that they are the kinds of people that you'd want to hang out with. I can go and I would love to go over and just have a coffee and chin wag. We have sat around the table and we're just jibber jabbering. It's really easy to go to the gym and, hang out together and then come back and then do all the things. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't do that. I don't know what I would do. What would I do? I'd probably just work and not live with people. I think that would be the thing. I don't know how I would quite manage that. Actually, I wouldn't even have them as a client, because if I don't like them, then it's not going to work, right? Because I don't want to be annoyed by people. I don't want to be pissed off when people message me. I don't want to be grumpy or short-tempered or think, oh my God, who's that person again? And if you're feeling like that with anyone, then it's probably a sign that your client selection is a little bit off. So here's the things that you can do. The first thing that you need to do is draw the line. What is it that you want? How is it that you want it? Who are the people that you really want to work with? And you've just got to assume that the way that when you draw that line, these are the people. You need to probably journal on it and really articulate it, even if it's in a Word document. What are they like? Who are they? How do they show up? What do they do? And what kind of personality do they have, right? So that's the first thing, draw the line. The second thing that you need to do is you need to hold the line. Might sound a bit obvious, but if you've got someone that comes to you and says, oh, you know what? It's like, I think that you can help me. And you're just like, you know how sometimes you have a real physical reaction where you're just like, no, thank you. So I drew the line in the sand probably,
last year?
Yeah, oh, definitely. So start of last year, I'm like, you know what? I am not doing corporate work. Drawing the line in the sand, not doing any corporate work. And I can almost guarantee you, the second that you draw the line in the sand, you then get tested, all right? And that's where you really need to hold the line. So if I had a corporate client approach me, or a corporate prospect approach me, say, oh, Nicola, you know, we're looking at doing this, that, and the other. Is this something that you're interested in? I then have the opportunity to either hold the line that I've drawn or not, depending on what that choice is. But for me, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to hold the line. You know what, thank you for the opportunity, and no, you know, maybe I can refer you to XYZ person. The third thing that you need to do is expect that it will be happening, right? We've really got to get ourselves into the mindset of expecting that the people who come to you, you are going to like them. The people that come to you are going to be nice, respectful, and that's probably a couple of really big things for me. Is like, you know, I want them to be nice, respectful, and that's exactly what they would get back from me. And you know, like whatever other parameters that you want to have, but you've got to expect that that's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, you go back, you draw the line, you hold the line, and then you have a set of expectations that it will flow through, and it will. And the fourth thing is that being okay with saying no to the things that are not aligned with that. Right? So if you like, you've got to be willing to walk away. So this is using this corporate example, for instance. You know, you draw the line, you hold the line, and then be okay. And it takes practice to do this, because it can be a bit scary, because, you know, it's like, well, where are the people going to come from then? But you've got to really get into saying, you know what, actually, this is not aligned. This is not what I want to do. This person is not my person. This person's my person. I wasn't talking about you. You're my person.
Oh, you are.
Do you want to say hello?
Yes.
Oh, I like your jacket.
Thank you.
Hi.
I'm Nicola's person.
She's my person.
And she's my person.
We're each other's people.
Yes.
That's so cute. You smell nice.
Oh,
So draw the line, hold the line, expect that it will be happening. Expect that the people that you are going to attract into your world are the right kinds of people. And then be okay with saying no to the things that are not aligned with that. How do you do all of this? Well, this is where you've got to make a really big commitment to you being you while you're going out there marketing. You've really got to be you when you're going out there and you're practicing your visibility efforts, when you're going out there and you're doing your live streams, when you're really wanting to build and create influence, when you're wanting to become iconic. You know, the thing that one of the things that I really love about this kind of thing is, if we've seen Adam Lambert singing with Queen, right? And I actually happened to see, like, I really loved it, but I also happened to catch a music clip. I don't know if they still call it, do they still call it music clips? Do they call them clips? Music video? Yes. Perhaps it's a music video. I saw a music video on Channel V the other day of a song that was one of Adam's songs versus a Queen song. And, you know, he was still like fully kitted out. He was all dressed up and like was amazing and performing and like doing that whole thing. I'm like, it's so lovely, for want of a better word, but it's so lovely to see a human who is consistent across whether he's doing Queen stuff, whether he's doing his own stuff. And it takes time to step into your own. But with your visibility, you've got to really find that and try and do that really quickly. Because if you're not being authentic to who you are, and I know authenticity gets bandied around and it's a bit of a buzzword and all that sort of stuff, but, you know, a lot of the people who are talking about authenticity aren't actually walking their talk, and that's they're just doing it, talking about it because it's the buzzy thing to do. That's what everyone's buying. And that kind of really pisses me off, because that's the opposite of being authentic. But one of the things that I find really amusing and really validating, actually, is that people, when they meet me in person, they're like, oh, but you're exactly like you are online. I'm like, well, fuck, I hope so. You know, except I'm shorter. That is the thing that people generally say. Oh, you're exactly like you are online, but really short. Much, much shorter. I was like, yes, I have a very big personality. But when you're being you, the thing that happens out there is that you start to magnetize people who are your people to you, and that is one of the absolute best things that you could possibly do, because it makes your life easier. It means that you don't have to pretend. The stories that you tell, the vulnerabilities that you share, the content that you put out there, it's like you're not going to get caught out. It's not about trying to be someone that you're not. And I think it's a big problem in this day and age, where there's this whole stuff around being an internet celebrity or being an influencer or whatever. Most people think that they have to try and be something that they're not. And something that I'm really proud of over the years is kind of shedding a lot of those layers of trying to be someone that I thought that I needed to be in order to be successful. And these days it's been, it's always a work in progress, right? We're always growing and evolving and changing and stepping more into who we are and becoming the next, that next elevated version of ourselves and who we are in our businesses, in the content we produce, in the way that we help people. And that's really what it's about. Step more into you, and the people that you have that come through to you, you've just got to trust that they're going to love you and resonate with you, and just say, shut up, stop talking, and they give you all their money. Or not. you get my point, right? So draw the line, hold the line, expect that it will be happening, and be okay with saying no. Be you in your marketing. It is the only way that things are going to be sustainable. Jess said, you know what? I feel like that's exactly what I need to do right now, not in terms of clients, but other things that are happening in my brain. Absolutely. You've just got to be okay with going, you know what? No. And you know what? Yes. And, sometimes this happens in your personal lives as well. Like drawing that line around who you want in your world and then holding that line. And sometimes it means, like kind of cleaning up your space, like you would declutter your home. Sometimes if there's people hanging around you or people in your world that are sapping and draining your energy, then you've got to ask yourself, are these people actually here to benefit me? It's okay to be a bit selfish. Are these people benefiting me? Do these people need to stay around me? Do they have my best interests at heart? Do I have their best interests at heart? And sometimes it means culling the people who are in your world, like your friends, perhaps your family members. It might mean that you slightly censor, for whatever better reason, the way that you interact with some of them, because you just don't need some of the things. So again, you'll draw the line, hold the line, expect that what you want will happen, and then be okay with saying, no, that's not aligned, or yes, this really is. And then you'll find that new people come into your world as well, that you will literally, I would suggest that you would literally pinch yourself with, how the fuck did I get so lucky? How the hell am I blessed enough? What did I do? What choice did I make that led me to this moment where you're working with the amazingest of people? And it gets better. How does it get better than this? Well, it just keeps getting better than this. And some people, like Kim and Gerda, who I've been working with for a really long period of time, they just get better. So they get better, and I get better, and they get better, and I get better, and then new people come through, and then everybody just keeps getting better, and it's a really beautiful thing to be a part of. So there you go, all of the words. So I'm going to love you and leave you. We've got a 5-day $1 million content challenge starting on Monday. I will put the link in here a little bit later. I think it's nicolajmoras.com/challenge. Get yourself registered. It is obviously all about visibility. It's about you really getting out there and being a cheerleader for your people and having a whole ton of fun doing it as well. So that starts on Monday. Make sure you get your butt in. I can't wait to help you with that. It's free. I'm not selling anything. It's free. Well, I am selling you something, because you're going to give me your email address in exchange for it. Ha ha ha. It won't cost you money, right? But I will ask you for your email address. And then, as I've said in a lot of the posts, actually, my intention is to help you and serve you and get you moving. And then you may well decide later on that you want to work with me. And I will let you know how you can do that at various different times. You might just be like, you know what, this free challenge was great. I don't need you anymore, Nicola. And that's totally cool as well. Whatever works for you. I'd love to help you more though, but we'll see what happens. Elise, bang on. It's tricky when people you really like aren't on the same path. Figuring out how to move around people who aren't in alignment with you. Yeah, it's really hard. can be really hard, I think, when you're someone, and this is something, part of the reason I've struggled with this over the years, is I really see people's potential. And I'm like, man, if you just got out of your own fucking way, or if you just did this, or if you just stopped complaining, or if you just went and do this thing, you know, that the whole world is their freaking oyster. And, you know, I think that's really interesting. And it's the same with friends. You know, if you stop fucking complaining, go and do something about it. You know, it's all well, you know, yes, it's nice to have a sympathetic ear. And I'm not, you know, not saying that you don't talk to your friends about like the things and the issues that are important if that's what's appropriate for you. But if you've got people in your world who are just constantly negative, who are constantly, you know, telling you that you can't do this, that you shouldn't be doing this, that you know, why don't you just go and get a job, or, you know, how long is it taking, or aren't you making any fucking money yet, or, you know, whatever the language is. Are you going away again? You're spending money on what? Your mentoring costs you how much? You need to go away where? You're on a boat? What are you doing? You know, there'll be times where some people say some really interesting things, and it's up to you to decide what works and what's in alignment. And I thank you, Elise, for telling me that I'm amazing. I love you. And I don't even know you. See, this is the beautiful thing about Facebook and Facebook Lives. You get to meet all the people. Nicole, so true. I've been having those gut feelings lately as I call and change or color shit out of my life. Clarity and focus. Oh yeah, so underrated. But yeah, you know, we've got places to be. We've got things to do. We've got people to help and serve. And sometimes it means, you know, getting rid of the dead wood so that you can rise up and do the things that you need to do. All right, everybody, this time I am going to love you and leave you. Have a very fantastic, awesome, and amazing day. Get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it, and remember that the world is ready for your brand of awesomeness. I can't wait to see you in the challenge. Make sure you check out the link when I pop that in. Have fun. See you, love you, bye.